Slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Steve Oppender, YouTube Pro, let's roll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronan. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Coming Attractions. Tonight, we control the vertical, we control the horizontal. I want to say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to say hello to a few people who've joined us here tonight in the live chat. My co-host from the Mystery Movie Night podcast, and Severus. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Connie Cleary. Bringing tonight's Thursday Things Raid and Netters Network. All right. Man, I tell you, it has been a scorcher. You know, I was to the point to where I was like, you know what, maybe just push the show back a day. But, you know, as I said in the chat on Thursday Things, the show must go on. And, you know, through the heat, through the monsoon in some places, and through all the technical situations that a number of channels have been having with a number of platforms. Looking at you, Cosme. And hey, the show indeed must go on. That's basically what this show is about. This show is about the fact that the show must go on. You know what? Everybody who comes on here on YouTube, you know, we're not all millionaires. I know that there are people that think that YouTubers are swimming in money. We're not. There are people who are, and you know what? More power to them. That's great. Strive for that. Be that thing. But, you know, a lot of us are in this for the love of the game. And I've decided that's that's what I'm going to do. And that's how I'm going to be. And I'm going to come on the air, and I'm going to decide just be myself and be honest. And that's how this channel is going to be. It's the way it's always been. I don't know how to be anything else other than me. So it's kind of like, enter ye at your own risk. Do want to say hello to John Doe Juggalo. He's got a great channel of his own. Please feel free to subscribe, not only to his channel, but to the channels of everybody currently on here. Hello to AEJ Create. Welcome. And, you know, there is something. Hello to First Take Official. Welcome. You know, and there is one thing. How's my day going? It's going. It's going. You know, I'm a little tired. I had a show earlier today that was kind of technically a bit of an issue because the platform that we were on went down while we were in the middle of the show. But that's how it is sometimes. And that's something that I want to come on and talk about real quick, is that and this is something that I've kind of noticed not only on YouTube, but just in the world, and it seems to be the fact that infrastructure seems to be breaking down. Relax, the fun stuff is going to come later, but this is something I kind of feel the need to talk about right now. And there are some platforms that are very expensive to use, that have become a little difficult, where there are bugs in the system, and we as the content creators, we kind of get stuck with that, and if there's an issue, it's kind of not on us to fix it. We're kind of stuck until the problem is solved, by the powers that be on those platforms. So it's like, I don't fill up my shows going after Cosme or EVMux or even StreamYard, even though my StreamYard seems to be working right now. Whenever there's an issue, sometimes this stuff is out of our hands, especially when I'm on with Outlaw Bill, we do our watch party programs, which we're going to be talking about here in a bit. Sometimes it's the platform you're using, sometimes it's computer glitch, and you're kind of stuck with it, especially when you're trying to do a live program like this one. I don't record a whole lot, I do a lot of live streaming. A lot of people excel at doing short videos. Either just going on their phones and doing like a 30-second to 1 minute short, which is how I started. And, or there are people that record like, a lot of these like 8-minute videos, kind of along the lines of something that like Tyrone Magnus would do, or that Mr. H would do. And those videos are great. I watch those all the time. But it's not really what I do. I tend to do these sort of long form live type of videos. So if there is a technical issue in the middle of one of those kind of programs, you're kind of stuck with it, until whoever is in charge of working the bugs out, troubleshooting the issues on that system, kind of fix it, and then sometimes it's your own equipment that fails you. My channel is, and I've said this from the beginning, that my channel is very low tech. I'm in my living room on a laptop, and that's it. I've seen people who have like enough equipment to launch the space shuttle with, but unfortunately, I'm not in that tax bracket. I'm just a regular guy, literally like a 9-to-5 job, literally. I get up in the morning, I go to work, I come back and I do shows like this. That's it. Yeah. And first time official, I'm glad you get it. And you start small. That's what I did, and having a lot of encouragement around you helps too, because just to kind of go back into the history of my channel for a bit, for the people who are here tonight, who are new, and welcome to Dean Fred. My channel started off very small. The first year that I got involved with YouTube, I didn't have any content. I really didn't do anything. The first time I ever appeared on a show was during a member stream for Midnight's Edge. And that's when I met Tom and Andre and those guys. And I was listening to them from way back, even all the way back when they still had Kevin. And Kevin was the guy who was before Rob, who was the guy who was before Tom. That's how far back I watched a lot of these shows. So, I got to know people, and Pop Culture Minefield kind of was the one who gave me that push. He said, you have a voice, you should use it. You should start putting your own content out there. And I was actually, that was right after this stream that I had done with him on Jesse Miller's old channel. And this was before he went exclusively to gaming. This is when he had his original channel up. And at that point, Jesse was doing this show where he was taking unproduced screenplays, stuff that was available, that was out there, that was on the internet, and he was making like radio plays out of it. And he had done one for from the Tom Mankiewicz Batman script, which he had written in 1983, which eventually became Batman 89. It was a much different story, and Robin is in it, and it's different bad guys and everything, and I was in that show, and I played Robin, actually. And that was a lot of fun. And it was on that show that I also met a guy named Matt Allen. And at that time, Matt had a show called Saturday Serial. And I started, I kind of guest hosted one week, and then he asked me back. And then I just eventually became like his co-host. And then, and remember, I still have not put anything out on my own channel at that point. I was just like making appearances on other people's channels. Now I was guest hosting the show. So when Matt, who was in the UK at the time, he moved. And he actually moved to the United States, and he moved and he got married, and he eventually left YouTube, and he has his own business now, and he's doing great. But that it was at that point that I just decided, I want to do my own thing. And I started out doing shorts, and then eventually, I did a few videos that were like 5 to 8 minutes long, but I kind of realized that my true strengths were kind of these live programs like this one, and I gained this small audience that seems to be growing by the day, and here I am. I come on, and I decided I was going to be honest and be myself. And so that's what I do, and people seem to enjoy what I do. So here I am, so, okay. Enough of the preamble. Speaking of the chat, I don't want to forget about you. Yet the channel is still small. Yeah, I mean, and that's actually a good thing because you kind of find your voice and you find your audience, and that's very much how I did it. You know. And hello again to Enigma Severus. He says, Cosme better not destroy aliens. I will be mad. Best alien movie by far. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah, we'll be talking about that here in a minute. All right. So, for those of you who are in the audience tonight who are new, this show actually started out as short videos, where any time that I was going to go, when I was about to go live, or if I was about to appear on another channel, I would do these short videos that I called pre-game shows. And then I thought, wouldn't it be, and hello to Comic Relief Crusader, I did see you, sir. What I did was, it started out being these short videos. And then, yes, lore. Yeah. So I started out doing these short videos. And then I decided, it would just be so much easier, if I took all of those short videos and I just did like one long video kind of explaining what I would be doing. Lies! You did not. Exactly. Yeah, kidding. I know. Yeah, so what I did was I started a show called The Weekend Update. And very much basically what the show that you see. And but I rebranded my channel a little while back, and I changed the title of the program to Coming Attractions. But it's still pretty much the same show. Hello to our man from the future, Sashi. Good to see you. Will it take long to grow my channel? Well, I got to tell you, with me, I got pretty lucky in the fact that I got to know some people like Gary over at Pop Culture Minefield, and I got to know those guys, and I got to know Latino Slant, Paulie, and I got to know the guys over at Midnight's Edge, and I got to grow my channel pretty quick. I mean, I had like my first 100 subs pretty quickly, but it's not so much about growing the channel. It's kind of keeping the people that you have and kind of doing right by them, and that's really all I do. It really depends. What I did was just I put, there's no real formula. You talk about something that interests you, and hope that other people catch on. That's basically what I did. Was I found things that interested me, movies. I'm a big physical media guy. I do film reviews. I got to know a lot of people that way. I've tried to do some booktuber type stuff. Unfortunately, I don't always get to that as much as I would like. But the best thing that I could tell you to do would be to just find something that you enjoy talking about, and start like that, and then it'll grow from there. Let me see. The chat is jumping tonight. I don't want to miss anybody. Yes, hello again to Comic Relief Crusader. All right, let me go to the live channel here. Slowly getting there myself on both channels. Yeah, I call Connie the bird woman for a reason, and yeah, so yeah, like you just find something that you're interested in, and you go from there. As Comic Relief Crusader says, talk about what you love, people will find you and follow you, and you make it fun. Yeah, which hopefully I'm doing. You know, and I hit on some dark subjects sometimes, and we'll be getting into that. But yeah, just make a fun show. You have any? I had 2 good videos, and then all my videos died down. Do you have any advice? Well, the thing is that you never know which videos are going to work. It's kind of like you're cooking pasta and you throw it on the wall and you see if it sticks. It really kind of depends. You don't always know what's going to work. I have had videos on this channel that have been viewed by hundreds of thousands of people. Which I'm always very surprised by when that happens. But then again, I have videos on my channel that have been watched probably only by me. So you never really know what will work. My only advice would just be to just keep going, make videos about what you love to talk about, and do your best, and make it fun. There was something about Sin up here. Yeah, it was Sin. She was the one that made you grow. That episode where I was on Paulie's show and I first met Sin, that led to a lot of things too. Some of this is networking and meeting people, and being invited onto their channels and stuff like that, or it just people who are there who encourage you, or they shout you out on their channel. It really kind of depends on the situation sometimes. Her threats of bodily harm propelled you. Yeah, I kind of have this running joke with Sin during our shows. The person we love to torment, where Paulie likes to torment her. I've not referenced Fubar to Sin recently. I may need to bring that back out. If I don't have something to jab at her with. Oh, I don't know. I think she's still upset about that one. Connie says, I have 2 videos. One is almost at 13K. The other's almost 10K. Nice. Oh, you dark? Impossible. Sometimes I try not to be. Thank you, Connie. Deleted is spot on with what he's saying, and I do concur. Yeah, I hope so. Because like I said, I started out as I still consider, in the scheme of things, I'm a small channel. People know who the Critical Drinker is. People know who Markiplier is. They don't know who I am. I'm just a guy. I slide in under the radar. I have a small channel, small rabid fan base, and I'm fine with that. I really am. I'm in it for the love of the game. Oh, I totally chuckled when you said nice. Enigma says Harry Potter was a big hit for him. Tom Cruise stuff as well. Sashi says Sin and her crew of anti-Asians for us at a booth theater. Oh, come on now. Uh, it honestly depends on the niche you can get into and really get someone interested in continually watching. Yeah. Come by this Saturday for a movie. If I can, yeah, I will. I will definitely do so. It's so funny when they're together. Absolutely, yeah. First Take says I'm going to make some videos. I almost gave up. Thank you. We'll be subbing. Yeah, don't give up. You know, don't give up. Do your thing. You know, um, be your own man. Do what you love. Talk about the things that you like. Everybody, most of the people, if not everybody in the chat right now, has their own channel. And guys, sub the First Take right now. Let's get him some subs. Let's get some eyes on this channel. And the best thing to do is to just, like I said, keep working at it, keep plugging, don't give up. You will find your audience. They're there. And like Connie says, it's a slow process. But you'll get there. I've been doing this now for 4 years, so it took me that long just to get where I am right now. And Comic Relief Crusader has to run. Okay, take care. Good to see you. Thank you for being here today. All right. Well, let's get to the main crux of the show, which is, of course, the schedule for next week. So let's put that up on Still Store there, Cambot. All right. My next appearance is going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Checklist says it's definitely a slow process, but a fun one. Absolutely, it is. Yeah. You made my day. Thank you. You're welcome. Be looking out for you again. Please do. Yeah. All right. So here we go with the next program where I'm going to be appearing is of course co-hosting the Friday night edition of Films with Friends over on Big Al Presents, his channel, his program Films with Friends. And we are going to be viewing the pilot movie for $6 Million Man from 1973, of course, starring Lee Majors. Of course, you all know the story. Steve Austin, test pilot, astronaut, nearly dies in a crash, but we can save him. We can rebuild him, and he becomes the Bionic Man. And this is how it all got started. So I don't recall if I've ever seen this. I was born in 73. So even if I saw it live, I don't remember. Too young, folks. But yeah. So I'm going to be joining Al tomorrow night and see if we can't jog my memory a little. And this came about because we aired the Kathy Lee Crosby version of Wonder Woman for the previous show. And so we kind of hit on the idea of, why don't we do $6 Million Man next? So that's what we're going to do. Hello to Joe's Atmosphere. Good to see you, sir. I thought you were born a poor black child. No, I'm actually Chinese. No. So that will be the next scheduled appearance tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Hello to JPRPH1, channel member. Good to see you, sir. Hello again, Tim. And demonetized. Oh, well. That wouldn't be the first time. All right. So I do want to remind everybody, of course, that right after that, I will be in the chat over on Friday Night Last Call, hosted by Troy Pacelli, along with Netters Network and Aged Boomer. And I understand it's going to be a program about AI. They're doing another AI episode. So you'll find me over there right after Films with Friends. As for Saturday, I do know that at 10 p.m. there's going to be a Netters Network Retro Cinema. I know, Netter, if you're still in the chat, let me know which movie you're going to be doing. I know they're still in the H's. So it's going to be a movie starting with H. And that's all I know. She said in a previous show, I don't recall right now, but I'll be there in the chat for that. And if Outlaw Bill is on the air with his karaoke show, I'll be joining him around midnight or 12:30, right after Netter's program has concluded. All right, so let me switch over to my channel here real quick so we can get to the rest of the programming. Yes, I would like to view my channel. Thank you. All right, adding to the stage. Also, as you can see here, I've had a bit of a bump in my subscriber count. I'd like to thank everybody who has joined up in the last week. It is much appreciated. Movie starting with H. Hercules and the Captive Women. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing that one. All right. Well, my next appearance after that will be on Sunday, as Western Cinema Presents continues. This, of course, is the show that I co-host with a series creator, Outlaw Bill. We simulcast this program. And we have been watching 1883, which is the Yellowstone Origin series. And this week we are up to episodes 9 and 10. And of course, as with most watch parties, guys, remember, we can't air these shows live. That's not our choice. It's a YouTube guideline thing. We would either have to turn it into a slideshow, stop it every 18 to 30 seconds to do commentary, which would take far too long, or we would have to put watermarks all over it, which we don't want to do. So the link will be up in the chat, and you can join us there for the show. Now, I do want to remind everybody once again, as you know, Bill and I have been having some tech issues doing these shows for like the last week now. We are hoping to have everything worked out before Sunday. So we might have to push the show back a week. But just in case everything goes to plan, we are going to keep the schedule as best as we can. And we are going to continue Western Cinema Presents this Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern for 1883. Episode 9, Racing Clouds, and episode 10, This Is Not Your Heaven. This is my first time watching this show, and I like it. I like it a lot so far. I still think episode 6 was probably the best episode so far, but all of them have been pretty decent. So check it out. Bill has seen it. He's a big Yellowstone guy. He's got all the backstory. I'm kind of new to the game, so you will be getting my genuine reaction throughout. All right, so that gets us to the rest of the night, which of course is part of a block of programming that starts at 8 p.m. with my program, my longest running program on the channel, Unscripted. I am up now to episode 155. Thank you very much to everyone who keeps the show alive. And, well, speaking of living, this is an episode called Proof of Life. And this is a show where I'm going to have to get a little political. We have a situation going on involving the Senator Mitch McConnell. And there have been a number of different reports, some saying that he is clinically brain dead in the hospital. Some say he's in a coma. There are some people who say he's already passed away. And then there are others who are saying that he's alive and well. But yet, strangely, no one has been able to produce him. He has not been on camera. And he's certainly not doing his job. So we're going to talk about it. And this gives me a good opportunity to talk about something that I think is a really serious matter, which is not only term limits, but also age limits as well. And how the press is, sometimes complicit in this stuff. So I'm going to talk about it and talk about what we've come to find out over the who knows, we may have something definitive between now and Sunday night, and if so, then that'll change the course of the show. But as the thumbnail shows, Senator McConnell has become our new Bigfoot. Where is Senator McConnell? Is he alive? Is he dead? And are they trying to hold that information back so that they can hang on to a seat instead of having elections? Joe says, you thank 1883 for Landman. Sheridan enjoyed working with Billy Bob so much in a short time he worked with him that he wrote the part in series form. Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton's scene in that little bit that he has in episode 2 of 1883 is just one of the best guest appearances I've ever seen in a TV show. You want to drink at the bar, drink at the bar. You want to dance with the girls, dance with the girls. But if anybody here fancies himself a gunman, you best remember one thing. There's only one killer in Fort Worth, and that's me. Yeah. That's a good scene. That was a good scene. And the character that Billy Bob Thornton plays in 1883 was a real life about that when we did episode 2. So stay tuned this weekend for episodes 9 and 10. Tim says I wouldn't trust an audio recording from him right now. No, they have to show him live and on camera. The press likes him when they need to. Yeah. Enigma says, I know people who think Biden is a fake Biden. I don't think he was doing well with his job and he was normal, way too permissive of everything and long-winded speeches. Sad he is sick, though. Yeah. You get to a point, and it happens to all of us, that, look, I do not expect a man of Mitch McConnell's age, to be 100% physically fit. All right. That's not necessary. You're in your 80s, retire. It's Miller time. All right. Like I have said previously on this show, my channel is not made to. My channel is not made to be like a call for violence against anybody from any party. There are plenty of other people who do that on other platforms. My channel is not the place for it. I don't always agree with Senator McConnell. On the other hand, I do not want ill will to befall him. Resign, move on. But like I said, we're going to be talking about it more during the show. I don't want to give the entire show away right now. So join me Sunday night at the beginning of the Sunday night block, which, of course, if you stay to the end of Unscripted, you will be redirected to Aged Boomer's channel for The Week in Geek, the next episode of Geeky Geezers. Troy Pacelli, of course, will be co-hosting. Honorary Geezette, Netters Network, of course, will join them. I'm sure they're going to be talking about the whole Sony PlayStation situation. So right after that, that'll every time at the same time. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. All right. Let me reshare my screen. All right. Just a reminder, of course, that Sunday night is a block of programming Unscripted at 8 p.m. Geeky Geezers at 9 p.m. And of course, the show that comes on directly after that will be the next episode of Reserved Seats, formerly The Other Side of Midnight, up to episode 42. And a first-time guest to that show is our pal who's in the chat with us right now, Enigma Severus. Is going to join us for the program. Open topic, open mic. What Enigma has on his mind, that is what we're going to be discussing. So join us for the next all-new episode of Reserved Seats with a first-time guest, Enigma Severus. Reserved Seats will, of course, be followed right afterwards at 12:30. That will, of course, be Troy's channel for his Doctor Who rewatch. He is in season 2 of the true original First Doctor, William Hartnell. What? I said, Jerusalem. Come on, my friends. They're going to a better place. Yes. Yes, Enigma, you are now a Jellicle cat. Congratulations. All right. So that's that is a Sunday night. Western Cinema Presents at 4:30. Unscripted at 8. Geeky Geezers at 9. Reserved Seats at 11. And Doctor Who at 12:30. I will, of course, be joining Troy and Netter Monday night at 10 p.m. for Last Call Members Night at the Movies. Everyone who is a member of Troy's channel will have access to that program. And anyone who is at the VIP level, such as myself, will be on the panel. And this week's movie is going to be by request of the members, No Retreat, No Surrender 2 with Cynthia Rothrock. So join us for that. Haven't seen it, know nothing about it, so you'll be getting my genuine reaction. All right, that gets us on over to Tuesday. With a special edition of Action Theater. If all goes to plan, I will be joining Outlaw Bill for this simulcast presentation of the extended version of one of the best sequels of all time, Aliens, the 40th anniversary edition. We return with Ellen Ripley to the planet LV-426. Yes, indeed. That'll be a special Tuesday night edition starting at 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on both Outlaw Bill's channel and simulcasted on mine. So don't forget to hit the like on both channels. Say hello in the chat. Say hello in the comments. Since there is no mystery movie this week, the Mystery Movie Night podcast will return on, I believe, July the 20th. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, as soon as there's a new mystery movie, the Mystery Movie Night podcast will return. And he says this was definitely up there on my list as one of the best sci-fi action films. Yes, indeed. All right. So that brings us as well to later on that night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live from Sparkwood and 21. And this is a show that I co-host with Troy Netter and Boomer. In case anybody is wondering, I'm the guy in the trench coat, second from the right. And in case anybody who's new is wondering what I look like, that's pretty much it. And this is a show that is a retrospective of the Twin Peaks television series. From, of course, the ABC series from the early 90s that ran for 2 seasons. It's a prequel movie, Fire Walk with Me. Its 25 years later sequel series, The Return, which ran on Showtime in 2017. And, of course, the films of David Lynch and all the multimedia that has surrounded Twin Peaks over the years. And we are going to be watching an episode called Masked Ball from season 2. It is the 11th episode of that season, so it will bring you exactly halfway through season 2. And it is about James decides to leave Twin Peaks and kind of goes off on a whole other adventure. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to be talking about how the next couple of episodes fit into the world, not only of Twin Peaks, but of Mulholland Drive as well, and how they relate. So join us Tuesday night at 8:30 for Live from Sparkwood 21. Stay till the end, and you will be automatically redirected to Troy's channel for the next episode of the Casebook of Sherlock Holmes. And this week will be the first half of the 2-hour The Last Vampire, which will guest star another TV detective, Roy Marsden. That's right, the OG Adam Dalgleish. And I'm sure that Troy and Netter will be talking about that during the course of the show. So that will cover Tuesday night. Of course, Wednesday as of right now, I don't have anything planned, but that's not to say I'm not going to be up to anything. I do have a couple of reviews that I want to get out there that I've yet to on to Thursday for the next episode of I don't know if we're going to do an action theater during the afternoon. I'm waiting to hear back from Bill on that. But if we do, we'll let everybody know. Stay tuned to both our channels. Of course, later on that night at 9 p.m. will be the next episode of Thursday Things over on Netter's channel. Then, of course, you can join me right here next week, same bat times, same bat channel, for the next episode. All right. Well, that is the show for this evening, folks. Thank you to everyone who joined us here tonight. Everyone who joined us from X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to thank Connie, Tim, Enigma. Thank you, Netter, for the raid. Joe's Atmosphere. Our man from the future, Sashi. John Doe Juggalo. Comic Relief Crusader. Let's see. First time official. Of course. Welcome to the channel, sir. Or ma'am, as the case may be. And thank you to everyone who was watching tonight. And as I always say at the end of every broadcast, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah, yeah. Get out there, you should probably let's roll.